Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to this high five video. So I've seen the rumoured card for WrestleMania 33 and it's alright. It's alright. It's better than last year, but in my opinion, it's not as good as what they could make it. So, I've got the matches written here. Triple H versus Seth, which we obviously don't know if that's going to go ahead or not at this stage. Owens versus Jericho, I think will come as no surprise. Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton. Again, I don't think it will come as any surprise. Cena and Nikki Bella versus The Miz and Maurice. Could be quite an interesting one. There's been obviously no build for that. And it'll be... I'd be alright with that match. I think that sounds interesting. But that's a weird way to use John Cena. But apparently this will be Nikki Bella's final match. Charlotte versus Bayley versus Sasha versus Nia Jax in a fatal four-way. It sounds like too many people to me, that one. They had a triple threat last year. Why can't they just give the women a one-on-one match? The women can steal the show. I mean, they could probably steal the show in a fatal four-way as well, but they deserve a one-on-one. AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon. What? I don't know where that's come from. There's been a few back and forth, bits said on promos, but I've not seen any real build for that yet, so we'll have to see what comes of that. Big Show versus Shaq is another no-brainer, and the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, so only one Divas match on there, no Cruiserweight match, no news about tag team titles, so still a few more to be added. But if that's the card, it's okay. It's okay. But I reckon we can save this. I reckon there's a few little changes, little tweaks that we could make to make it even better. So this is my high five things that I would do to save WrestleMania 33. So at number 5, do not do Big Show versus Shaquille O'Neal. No one wants to see this match. Shaquille O'Neal attempting to wrestle is just something I never need to see. Big Show, only a few years ago was getting please retire chants. They've kept him off TV and he's got himself into great shape. It's not enough for me to want to see this match. They could use that spot, that time, that match, that opportunity for other wrestlers. At number 4, I wouldn't do Cena and Nikki Bella versus Miz and Maurice. I would do Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella versus The Miz and Maurice. Now, the reason I'd go that way is that feud between Miz and Daniel Bryan has been building for a long time. We all want to see Daniel Bryan one last time, having one last match, and it can be safe. There's no reason for him to hurt himself. There's no reason for him to put himself in harm's way. He doesn't even really have to get tagged in. It could be that it's basically Brie Bella versus Maurice match, and you've got Daniel Bryan and The Miz in their ring attire, largely stood on the outside, but you wouldn't know what you would see, and Daniel Bryan could come in and he could get a bit of offense in and do a couple of spots. Nothing too drastic, but on that WrestleMania stage, I honestly think if he looked after himself, and The Miz is safe, The Miz is going to look after him, The Miz isn't going to be throwing stiff shots. How great would that be to see the final Daniel Bryan match on a WrestleMania stage, in a match where he can be protected? At number 3, lots of rumours about The Undertaker versus Roman Reigns. I would do that match, but I would have it so that Roman Reigns was beating up on The Undertaker. The ref tries to pull them apart. Roman doesn't want to know. He carries on beating up The Undertaker, gets disqualified, and bang, we get a Roman Reigns heel turn. The Undertaker wins, but he doesn't look like a winner. Roman loses, but he doesn't look like a loser. And we've got a full-blown heel turn for Roman Reigns. And then I would have him do that for about a year and then turn him face. And I think that is what is going to get Roman Reigns over. He has got to be a heel first. Otherwise, the fans are just going to keep booing him. And there's no one better to, make him a heel and to give him that heel heat than one of the most beloved characters in wrestling history, The Undertaker. At number 2, how about instead of Seth Rollins versus Triple H, we get the returning demon. We get Finn Balor versus Triple H. Finn Balor, the former NXT champion, versus the man that created NXT, Triple H. Finn could come back and say that he was watching on the sidelines and he was disgusted at how Seth has been treated, and that because Seth is a former NXT champion, he's worried that Finn will be treated the same way, and he's not going to stand around and wait for that to happen. He's going to sort the issue there and then. He's going to go head on with Triple H. You can easily build that. And also, I like the idea that like Samoa Joe could get involved, but then Gallows and Anderson could get involved, and we could then build towards the much fabled Balor Club. We could then start getting this stable of Balor and Gallows and Anderson. And then, who knows, later in the year we might get some more New Japan Pro Wrestling wrestlers come over, and they could then go into Balor Club. You could then start having like AJ Styles against Finn Balor, and it would open up a whole world of opportunity. So number 1, and my top way of saving WrestleMania 33 would be to keep the title on John Cena going into WrestleMania, and then have Randy Orton give his main event spot to his leader, Bray Wyatt. And then you have John Cena versus Bray Wyatt in the main event. And then I would hope that Bray Wyatt would find a way of getting victory over John Cena and win not only his first singles title on the main roster, but his first WWE Championship title. That would be huge, and it would be done on the biggest stage. Cena needs to break that Ric Flair record, so he can't hold on to that title. He might as well go into WrestleMania as the champ. It's going to help with all the promotion work. Cena is still the face that runs the place, and so how cool to have him going up against Bray Wyatt in a match that happened only a few years ago, and Bray came out the loser. Redemption, revenge in the main event. I just think it would be absolutely awesome. This is what it should be about, making stars. And Bray Wyatt has, as we said, never even won a singles title, yet he could do it at WrestleMania, and it would work. It would make sense having Randy Orton give him that opportunity, and they can still split further down the road. They can still do Wyatt versus Orton. It doesn't need to happen at WrestleMania. Save it for SummerSlam if needs be. Keep that storyline going for a bit. So, if you put some of these ideas in place, then you've got Balor Club, you've got Daniel Bryan's last match, you've got no Big Show versus Shaquille O'Neal, you've got the return of Finn Balor, as you say, against Triple H. You've got Roman turning heel in what will be a real iconic moment, which The Undertaker will be a part of. You've got Bray Wyatt winning his first championship. I just think there's a lot there that would make this a real memorable WrestleMania experience. Awesome, guys. I'd love to know your thoughts. Do you like some of those ideas? What is it that you'd like to see at WrestleMania 33? If you like the video, if you like some of the ideas, then please give a video a like. Really would appreciate it. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.